All right, let's talk about something that, well, it might feel a little personal. It's a pattern that can be so incredibly frustrating, so confusing. But, just understanding it, that's the first step to actually changing it.
So, have you ever been there? You finally get exactly what you wanted. Maybe it's a healthy relationship, a stable job, or just a life that is genuinely peaceful. And then, out of nowhere, you feel this overwhelming urge to just ruin it. You start picking fights, you push people away, maybe you just stop trying. You're secretly destroying things right when they start getting good, and you're left just wondering, why can't I just let myself be happy?
If any of that sounds familiar, I really need you to hear this, loud and clear. You are not broken, okay? Your brain is just playing a very, very specific survival game. So let's break down exactly what that game is and why you're playing it.
Chapter 1. A survival game. So, think about it. If you grew up in a chaotic environment where you just had to deal with a lot of pressure early on, your nervous system was literally built for survival, not for peace. We know that early stress actually trains the brain to get used to things being unpredictable. And what that means is, even when things are peaceful, a part of your mind is always on high alert.
Now here's what's so wild about how the brain learns. Relaxation, it just doesn't feel natural to you. Because in your past, whenever things were calm, something usually went wrong right after. It was always the calm before the storm. So now, when life finally gets good, your brain just panics. It literally associates peace with impending disaster, which makes you feel incredibly unsafe.
So it's no wonder that when you ruin a good thing or push away someone who loves you, it's so easy to hate yourself for it. Most people think self-sabotage is some kind of destructive personality flaw, like a sign you don't really want to be happy. But the reality is, it's actually a misguided survival mechanism. You're not trying to destroy your life. Your brain is just desperately trying to get you back to a familiar state, even if that state is struggle.
And this gets to the absolute core of the issue. To your nervous system, familiar pain feels so much safer than unfamiliar happiness. It's not logical at all, it's physiological. Your body is basically choosing the devil it knows over the angel it doesn't.
Okay, on to Chapter 2, the psychology. This is where we're going to dig into why getting good things, especially from other people, can feel so deeply, deeply uncomfortable.
When things are going well, people might offer you genuine care or compliments or support without asking for a thing in return. But since you're so used to having to earn your worth, getting love for free feels, well, it feels wrong. There's a term for this in psychology: imbalanced reciprocity. Being helped feels awkward. Support feels like this heavy debt you suddenly have to repay. So you end up destroying the dynamic because you just can't stand the exhausting pressure of feeling like you owe someone for their love.
And that leads to another huge psychological hurdle. You live with this quiet, constant belief that anything good is temporary, that you could be replaced at any moment. And this forces you to be constantly scanning for tiny shifts in someone's tone or their behavior, and you just assume the worst before you even have a chance to ask what's going on.
And yep, there's a term for this too. It's called rejection sensitivity. Your brain connects these tiny little changes to old, painful memories, and so you decide, I'm going to leave first, or I'm going to ruin this first. You destroy the good thing because you desperately want to be in control of how it ends, instead of just waiting around helplessly to be abandoned again.
Chapter 3. The Shield. This brings us to the protective walls we build. And these walls, they were designed to keep us safe, but now they end up pushing away the very things that we actually want.
I mean, think about it. Letting things be good means letting yourself lean on someone else and trusting that they won't just drop you. But if you've been let down over and over again, your brain refuses to take that risk. Research shows that when emotional support is inconsistent, the brain adapts by becoming super self-reliant. You stop expecting anyone to rescue you, and you learn to handle everything completely on your own. You destroy good connections because depending on someone else feels profoundly unsafe. Your extreme independence is the only shield you really trust.
Now for what might be the deepest reason of all. You confuse your worth with your function. If a relationship is healthy and peaceful, well, there's no crisis to manage, right? There's no one to fix, no chaos to stabilize. But if your entire identity is built on being the responsible, useful caretaker, you start to feel useless when everything is fine. So subconsciously, you create problems, just so you can step back into that familiar role of the fixer, because you have this deep belief that you are only lovable when you're providing some kind of value.
So, we've covered the why. Now for the most important part. Chapter 4. How to stop. How do you actually stop destroying the good things in your life?
It really starts with a two-step process.
First, you have to expect the panic. When your life gets peaceful, just anticipate that your nervous system is going to falsely signal danger. And in that moment, you have to consciously remind yourself, calm does not equal a threat. Second, practice receiving. Just tolerate the discomfort of it. Let someone do something nice for you without immediately trying to pay them back. It's all about building a new tolerance for goodness.
So here's the crucial takeaway. You have spent your entire life surviving the bad. The new challenge, the new skill you have to learn, is teaching your brain that it is finally safe enough to survive the good.
I really hope this helped you understand that survival instinct a little bit better. If it did, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more. And hey, most importantly, be kind to yourself as you learn how to navigate peace. You absolutely deserve it.